Oh, thanks very much, Mike, for the amazing introduction. And it's a pleasure to be on the call. Thanks very much. Again, it just never means to amaze me how amazing this business is, regardless of if someone's in your team, cross team, up line, down line, sideline, right hand line. It just doesn't matter. We're all one big family, and we all just cheer everybody on. Actually, just get a nice wee present in the post from Mike there, and it's just the little things, just wee gifts like that that you just don't feel recognised in a 9 to 5 job. So again, Mike, thank you very much for the kind gift, and thanks very much for allowing me and some of the team to come on here tonight. It's very much appreciated. So guys, for anybody that doesn't know me, my name's Dan Wilson. I am from Cambuslang, just outside Glasgow. I joined Utility Warehouse back in September 2022, so just around about 18 months ago. As Mike just said, promoted to senior team leader in the last couple of days. My background was in financial services, so I worked in insolvency and debt advice, and was doing that for 15 years. Why did somebody in financial services get involved in utility warehouse? Well, going back, 2014, me and Kirsty, we got married. That was a dream wedding that she always wanted. And then the next bit in the hurdle from there was she always wanted a big, kind of nice family home. Right, we had our own house, but it was 2 bedrooms with 2 kids. Kids were obviously getting older and older, and it was difficult. So she said, right, take a year off, and then from 2015 to 2018, we basically worked our socks off. I was working 2 jobs, she was doing loads of overtime just to get the house that she wanted. January 2020, that dream became reality, and we finally found our dream family home. Moved in, Cambuslang, 4 bedroom house. Kirsty and the kids were happy. I was delighted. We beat all the odds. People saying you're crazy, you'll never get it. Always like a challenge. If somebody says it can't be done, I like to prove people wrong. So we moved in January 2020. Around about the 20th of January. Life was great. We're really, really, really excited. And within 30 days of moving in, we know what happened in February 2020. COVID hit. So me, I'm slightly kind of green personality, opposite to Michael. In that sense, I like to analyse a lot of stuff, facts, figures, and I like to say I'm good with numbers. So I think I had planned for every eventuality to go wrong, apart from a global pandemic, where my industry just shut down overnight. So got put in furlough in March, and then by June time, I was made redundant. So I was an operations manager for quite a big consultancy firm. So I was in a really good paid job. Kirsty worked part time for the council, and within 3 months of moving in, I was made redundant, lost my job, and we went from having a good salary to Kirsty earning £800 a month part time, which didn't even cover the mortgage, never mind anything else. So it was kind of panic stages, kind of like what we're going to do. So Kirsty, amazing that she is, like she'd not worked full time since Aiden was born. My oldest will be 17 next month. I know I don't look old enough to have a 17-year-old, but so she went back to work full time, completely changed her job role. She was HR for Glasgow Council. She moved to like an area operations manager role, so completely different. Back working full time, and myself, my industry shut down. Nobody was paying debts. Nobody needed debt advice. Everyone was on furlough, payment holidays. So it was just impossible to get a job. So I floated between doing delivery jobs, whether that was I was with Amazon, I was with Yodel, I done the takeaway deliveries. I was just doing a bit of everything just to bring money in. And we'd done that for about a year. Thankfully, we had some redundancy money and savings, and it kind of got us through for about a year. January 2022, I finally got back into financial services. The world started opening up again, but I could only get an agent's job back on the phones, which was fine for me, but it was like under half the salary that I was on before COVID. So even with Kirsty working full time, she'd taken a second job by this time as well, and me working full time, doing that, it still wasn't even what I was earning myself before COVID. So for January to September, I basically just found myself working 80-hour weeks, sometimes longer, 12-hour shifts, six, most 7 day weeks, just to basically curb the gap of the income that we were losing because where I got this house and I didn't want Kirsty and the kids to have to give that up because of me losing my job. And I always thought, well, I could just keep this going and a senior position will come up or a more manager position will come up and I can work my way up the ladder. But it got to September after working 80-hour weeks. I was giving up. I do football coaching, so I'm obviously we've got over 120 kids in the club. I coach my own team. My boy plays and coaches, and I had to give all that up. I was missing all of his dance shows, missing just socialising with friends. Just had absolutely no life because I was working and sleeping, working and sleeping. It got to September, and my mental health just deteriorated, and I just felt myself sinking and sinking and sinking deeper and deeper and deeper. It just got to the stage where I just felt like there was no way out. I felt I had to sit Kirsty and the kids down and basically say, I'm sorry, but the house has to go. And the thought of having that conversation, it just completely spiraled me into a place that I wouldn't wish anybody to be. And I disappeared for 3 days with the intention of not coming back. And at the time, I kept seeing Pip, who's my upline, Pip Taylor, and Caroline, who brought me into the business. I kind of kept asking God, just give me something, fling something my way. And I kept seeing Pip's videos and he was talking about passive income, residual income, and how he's been doing a business for 10 years and he's done the work once and getting paid for work that he did 10 years ago. He was able to sack the boss, live life in his own terms. And I just felt like he was talking to me. Now, if I'd seen an opportunity like that 3 years, 2 years prior, I would have laughed at it. I would be the most close minded person or something like that working. I would be the first to admit that I would have been so skeptical of UW. But when I kept seeing Pip's videos, I was at the lowest point in my life where if I didn't change something, something bad was going to happen or we were losing everything. So I just had to make a decision and go, do you know what? That's the lifestyle I need. That's what I crave. That could be something for me. And I messaged Pip and we got chatting and then he invited me onto an opportunity presentation, some kind of like this, and I heard a lot of people's stories and as Mike says, facts tell, stories sell. And when I was sitting there listening to people's stories, electricians, doctors, teachers, police officers, NHS staff, stay-at-home mums, just sitting there, normal people like us, all on this call, but with a vision of building something better than working in a 9 to 5 job for the rest of your life and selling your soul to a boss that would replace you the next day. I just sat there and I thought, I need a bit of this. This is something that can change my life. And I paid the £10 and I signed up there and then on the Sunday. Caroline phoned me straight after, signed me up as a customer, as you do as part of my training, and then explained to me, look, tomorrow there is a buzz, Glasgow buzz, tomorrow you need to go because it will give you belief. So when I joined UW, it gave me hope. It gave me hope that this could lead to something that would stop me from losing everything. It would fix me mentally. It would fix me financially. So I had hope. But Karen's like, if you don't go to this buzz tomorrow, you won't have any belief in the business. And when it gets tough, you'll quit. So she just told me that's what I had to do. And I thought, well, do you know what? If that's what I need to do, I've joined it for a reason. Right. I just happened to be 5 minutes round the corner from my house at the time in Tollcross. So I went along. And then I got there and the anxiety kicked in. And at this point, my anxiety was really, really bad because just with my mental health, everything just set it off. And I got there and I just seen about 20 UW minis in the car park. And my whole anxiety went, what have I joined? No, I'm not getting in. And I fought with myself back and forward to the point I just nearly talked myself out it. And then after about 20 minutes, I get in and not get in. I just thought, you know what? I need to change. I need to get myself in there. And I went into that room and boom, right away, it just hit me. It still hits me to this day when I go to the buses. And Caroline and Pip Markline are actually in Kent, down in the bottom of England. So we'll be in Glasgow, so completely thousands of miles apart. But she told Dell, who hosts the buzz, to introduce herself, and obviously they were sending me along. And then I met people like Ramdat and just loads of other people, and just sitting in that room with 100 people, I was like, wow. And then I sat down on a chair and I just watched the people on the stage sharing their stories and how the residual income had changed their lives. So the stay-at-home mum that's went from zero to living in a council flat to a house with a kid, all paid for with the residual income, or the holidays and the destinations that her and their kids have went on, all paid for by this business. And I'm just sitting there going, well, if they can do that, I can do it. Why not? We all start at the same place. And I'll literally get out that event, and I joined for initially £400-500 a month because that would really have helped us financially bridge the gap or help me reduce some of the hours. But I joined for £500. I came out that meeting and I had belief. So I went for hope. That buzz gave me belief. And I phoned Caroline and I said, see the £500, right? Let's scrap that idea. How do I get the money? How do I get the holidays? How do I build a residual income? How do I get to myself to a stage that these guys are at? And I knew from that moment on that this business was going to change our lives. So I got to work, and lo and behold, I booked in 20 appointments, and guess what? 15 of them were something other than yes in a row. Now, it would have been quite easily for me to let go of the ropes then, but I had a powerful why. My why was, if this doesn't work, then what's the alternative? I'll lose the house, I'll lose everything, I'll lose the kids, I'll lose custody. The relationship was on the rocks. I wasn't a good dad to the kids because I was just constantly, my mental health was down. I was walking myself away from everybody, and I just thought, I need to make this work. So I kept going, and lo and behold, I get 4 customers in a row after those 15. And my first paycheck dropped in my account on the 21st of the following month, just shy of £1,000. Now, that blew my mind because that was like half my full time salary for 5, 6 hours a week work, sitting in this bedroom, not having to leave, with my jammies on underneath, make myself look as if I'm dressed, but I've actually got my jammies on underneath. And I thought that would have took me 8, 9 shifts in work, sacrificing my time in an office with a boss. I've done that for 5, 10 hours a week from home. So that then I went from joining, having hope, I went to the buzz and it gave me the belief. The minute that first paycheck dropped into my bank account, I just knew. I knew that this business was the game changer, and I've never looked back since. Fast forward 18 months, the business has paid our mortgage every single month for the last 18 months. It's rewired me mentally. Going back to what Mike said, this is not a utilities company. It is a personal development business. If you had told me 18 months ago that I would be hosting Zoom calls, I would be talking on calls like this, I would be having a team of over 160 partners, and being asked to speak at leadership, I just said you were crazy, right? Because I was the most shy person. I was really bad with anxiety. But joining this business, the personal development, the people like Mike and stuff that you meet that has belief in you as a person, it makes you actually realise how much a 9 to 5 job was holding you back. And it wasn't even holding you back, it was affecting your life because every single day you had to do what you were told, especially working in a sales environment, hit targets, achieve the targets, be there at certain times, log out at certain times, don't go on holiday at certain times, or you basically don't have a job. And it just, through time, well, for me personally, really, really affected me mentally. But I didn't realise how much until I joined this business. And now being able to do stuff like this, it's just a credit to how amazing this whole network is, and I'll be forever, ever grateful. Now, it's not just about me, guys. I couldn't do it without the team that's on this call. As Mike said earlier, Claire hitting team leader on the same day that I got STL is a moment I'll always be proud of. Like, we'll always share that date, and it's incredible. Now, we are going for the annual bonuses at the same time, all the way through our UW journey. And Dave the Rave, where did I start with Dave? Dave joined my team January last year. Fast forward 12 months, he's now left 2 jobs that he felt trapped in for life in retail, works for UW full time as well as building his business. And he's just like hit TL in 6, 7 months. It's just incredible. And he's now working his journey to STL as well. And then the rest of the guys, like without everybody and the collective efforts, none of it's possible. And the fact is, in that 18 months, yeah, the upfront money's great, right? We all love the extra money and it's helped us a lot financially, but it's everything else that comes along with that. We're going to Barcelona in May, me and Kirsty, which qualified for the family holiday to Greece. So we get to take the kids, all expenses paid holiday to Greece for a week next summer. It's just absolutely incredible. Olivia loves throwing herself into the business. She always does the wee sticker charts for the holidays. She's just doing the jigsaws for the money. And last night we ticked over with 75 plus clubs. So watch our space. The mini will hopefully be getting ordered in the next couple of months as well. So, and the fact that you can get the kids involved in this and they feel part of it and the whole family gets part of it, don't get that in a 9 to 5 job. Um, and the fact that if you want to go for a promotion, it's all about helping enough people get what they want, and in return, you get what you want. Back to what Mike said, it's such an amazing feeling because I've always done jobs in the like debt advice. It was all about helping people and making sure people were looked after financially and stuff. So now I don't need to build somebody else's dreams with that. I get to build something that's my dreams, it's the team's dreams, it's Mike's dreams, and we're all in this as one massive family. And it doesn't matter if you've been in the business 20 years, like Steve Critchley, 20, 25 years, top of the bracket, or you're a brand new distributor into the business. Everybody's treated the same. And it's, for me, I will be forever grateful because without this business, I wouldn't be sitting in this house. I don't know if me and Kirsty would have survived. It's made me a better dad to the kids, and that is worth its weight in gold. Never mind everything else this business gives you guys. So, top tip for me is never quit. Stay consistent and never quit. Find out where you want to be in this business. Go and find people that are in that position and learn from them. That's what I've done very, very quickly. I learned the guys like Mike. I've got guys like Jamie Longworth. He's amazing, top leader in the business. Del Hughes, Caroline and Pip. Find all the guys that are in a position where you want to be. Find out what they're doing and go and tweak it into your own kind of style. And trust me, set big goals and work towards them because this business, you will achieve whatever you want to achieve in life.
You already have started doing that journey, mate. That is three times during that, I nearly burst out crying. Because I
Eh,
remember, excuse me, I remember hearing the story. Um, and some who know me know I've been on that journey as well. It is, there's nothing can your mental health is hugely important and you've got to look after it. And when
Yeah,
you're working all those crazy hours, you sometimes, I'm not saying just guys, but men feel there's that pressure they must provide. It's
yeah,
just inherently in us. I'm not saying women don't have to work hard, absolutely, and I know a lot of women that do. But I think growing up as men, we are taught that you are the pillar of the family. You've got
yeah.
to provide, and when you get to that point where you feel that you can't, it's
Honestly,
tough.
it's and a thing as well for me, you were working all these long hours in a job that you absolutely hated, and for me,
Yeah,
it was the finishing on a Friday, and I was already thinking about the Monday. Never mind having to do overtime at the weekends. I was already
yeah.
thinking about 9 o'clock on a Monday morning before 5 o'clock on a Friday had hit. So even if I wasn't working the weekend, I'm already thinking 2, 3 days ahead of myself and thinking, how am I going to get through next week? Never mind the
So
next
true.
30, 40 years.
And
And
so true. And even when the kids are talking to you, you're almost distracted, aren't you?
yeah,
You're so
yeah.
you're chasing that, you're building somebody else's dream, which I heard you say there. And it is so tough that whilst you're building them, you're distracted from your kids. And what this has given me back, and certainly it's given you, it gave me my confidence back. It gave you belief, and I hope you all took a note of those two words that Daniel said there. He started with hope. And going to that buzz gave him belief. In life, I have always said, if you lose everything, don't lose one thing. Don't lose hope. I've been there. It's not a nice place to be. Uh, but learn going to these buzzes. And if you haven't been to one, go to one. If you've been to one, go to everyone, one a month, right? Make it your commitment to yourself, to your family, but also to the other people, because when you need other people there to tell the stories, everybody else will be there to support you. When you don't really need to be there to support others. This is very much a team game, very much a family, as we know in our group, the Achievers Group family. So it's very much a thing. Daniel, I can't thank you
100%.
enough. I've got 3 pages of notes here, and I'm going to be watching back this as well. Um, So thank you so much for what you've shared there. I know that someone has heard something tonight that will have stirred something inside them. It might not be Daniel's, just his story of his background and whatever, but something that would have been said tonight that you wouldn't have heard if you weren't here will have just made you think. It might have nudged you. It might have been like a little dig in the side of you. It would make you think. And that's all these things are about. If you go to 1,000 meetings, you won't come away and go, oh, that was great all the time. But you will come away, I promise you, from every single one with one little nugget, however small. It might be, I met Mary. Mary had no confidence, and Mary had been out of work for a long time. But just by getting involved in this, it kind of got her back into social circles. And then that started to build her up. And when she got built up, she got a bit more confidence. When she got more confident, she was talking to more people. The more people she talked to, she started getting more success. Not everybody said yes, but some said yes. And from that, she got the confidence to talk. Do you know, it all builds up from little seeds grow mighty oak trees. So always
100%.
remember these little things, you know. A couple of little things you said. You mentioned Aidan 17. Did you have him when
Yeah.
you were 11?
Oh, you're too kind, Mike. You're too kind. Still such
Telling you
super
guys,
compliments. So for
this.
me, I'm the big 4-0. I'm the big 4-0 this year. So
Oh,
in July.
really?
So yeah, so I'm
Wow, you're
enjoying my
hiding that
last
well.
few months of freedom in my 30s, and then that's me into the big 4-0s.
Well, listen, I was
But
40 at the weekend. I was 40 at the
yeah,
weekend. Did you know that? Yeah,
yeah,
well,
but yeah,
60 is the new
no.
40. 60 was the new 40. I hit 60, right?
Well, that's it
Um,
exactly.
I
Um,
just want to say to everybody that's on the call and everybody in the team, thank you for. I didn't know because Facebook hides all your friends, doesn't it? Right? I didn't know I had that many friends, but I had over 300 messages. So thank you to everybody that message. I tried to keep it a secret as well, but there we go. Um, so listen, Daniel. Thank you for your team that came on tonight. This is open to your guys any Thursday. We do every Thursday. Remember, everyone, it's Thursday every week. It's 8:30 every week. The only difference is the link on the first Thursday of every month when we take everyone and we go and we do the same thing, but we tune into Stefan Longworth's training. Stefan's like the third top earner in the company. So you have to be on that, or the first Thursday of every month. But we're here every Thursday, whether two people turn up, whether we've had, almost 100 people at one point. So it doesn't matter the numbers. Um, Thank you, certainly, Daniel, for that. And Claire, I got your message. Thank you. I know you're tucking the kids in, and that's absolutely fine. Hey, somebody's got to do it. Good on you. It's hard work trying to get them down. I used to try to put the kids to sleep, and the next morning, my missus would tell me, "You were a lot of use, weren't you? You fell asleep, and the kids got back up again." So, so typical guy, right? So
yep.
we missed at the very beginning. I missed out the recognition tonight, which is always a big slot for us. And I'll tell you why I missed it out. Because in the moments prior to you all coming on tonight, I hit a button and pressed the wrong button and deleted the blooming lot. So for me, I just want to say well done to everyone. We've had a lot of people join in this month of February. It's the last day today. Congratulations to everyone who joined, to everyone who has been promoted, whether it be your first promotion, whether it be just getting your first customer, whether it be getting your first partner, whether you hit FTL, QD, SQD, QD star. Loads of people have hit bonuses this month. It's fantastic. Always look 2 steps ahead, not where you are. If you haven't got this graphic, it is available. We've got our team resource center, which is online or on your phone, achieversgroup.co.uk. The first protocol is always going to be the partner portal. Use there's pretty much everything you ever need to know is on there. But we highlight and put some of these recorded trainings and little things, resources on there. So achieversgroup.co.uk, you'll always there'll be a copy of this training on. And anyone who's joined us is more than welcome to dive in there and see if there's something that might tickle your fancy. You're welcome to do that. This training, I will edit, put back together in one piece and pop it on there. That will be there ready for you waking up tomorrow morning. Whatever you do, wherever you are, a brand new month starts. So if you've just recently joined, speak to the person who's got you involved, and let's get you to a bonus next month, whatever that is. So, a couple of points before we wrap up. Number one, have you booked Power Up? Hopefully, you were listening to Daniel, but when he stopped talking, you nipped and started booking it, right? If you haven't booked Power Up, I challenge you. As Steve Critchley says, book it. Don't worry about how you're going to get there. We'll all work between us to work out how on earth you're going to get there for travel wise. There's people coming from all over the country. Book it. And if you honestly go there and you don't think that was absolutely amazing, I'm so glad that you got me there. If you can't say that on the end, you come see me, I'll give you your money back in cash. All right, I guarantee it. You will absolutely love it. It will. I'll say it change your life. You will not be the same person coming out as the person who went in. All right.
Can I
So
just say
that's
one
it.
start on
Power up.
that, Mike, on Power Up? Can I
Please
just
do.
fire in and just so Power Up was my first big event. I was meant to go to Amplify, but the Queen died and that ruined that. So then Power Up was my first event last year, and I was looking at my stats from Power Up last year. My business has grew 450% since Power Up last
Okay.
year, which is
Wow.
incredible. Now, one thing I want to say, if you were working for a boss and he told you tomorrow you had to go to Telford or you had to go to the Glasgow Buzz as part of your job, you would go because your boss was telling you to go, and you're going there to build his dreams. Going to these events, and whether it's a Glasgow Buzz or Power Up, make the decision for you to go there. You joined the business for a reason, and if you make the decision to go to these events, you will leave with UW here, you will leave with in here. And the minute the business goes in your heart, you will never quit. And that's what these events does. It takes the business to your heart. It becomes, as Mike said, like the big football game. It's not the same watching on the telly. You need to be in the stadium. And trust me, treat it like your own business, like it is, but treat it like it's your boss telling you need to go. You're your own boss and you need to go. Tell yourself you need to go. And trust me,
Absolutely.
you will not regret it.
Absolutely. You absolutely could have worded it better. It's so crucial that you get there. So book that. Dates for your diary. You don't have to do a load in this business, but there's little things that can make a big difference. Thursday night every week is one of them for 30 minutes or so. We're on 35 minutes tonight. That's fine. Every Sunday, the big night in with Wes Linden. There'll be hundreds, if not 1,000 people on there on a Sunday night. You will hear from the top people on there. If you didn't see the one at the weekend there, oh my gosh, you missed a trick. If you didn't see the one the week before that, oh my gosh, listen, they'll never come back. You need to. And if you can't make them, always try and be in the live one. But if you can't, there's no excuse. I'm sorry. I'll be brutal. There's no excuse. There are a couple of replays the following days. So you'll always find time if it's important to you. So, quick mention that I want to do. I always address the negatives as well as the positives. I had a couple of people say to me, "Oh, I've got problems. I've got a problem with a customer." And let me tell you something that I find. I never get problems with customers. Do you know why? Because I keep on top of it, and I can show you how to do the same. So by going to these trainings, by doing little trainings on your partner portal in the learning zone, by going to the live training events and doing the insights they're called now. One's called launching your business. Another one's called getting multi-service customers. There's a great one on goal setting. If you do one of these a week, which is like 30 minutes a week or something, if you do them, you'll know the answers and you will preempt the problem before it happens. So I always tell you when I sign a customer up, the first thing I do at the end is I say, listen, welcome to UW. You're going to absolutely love this. By the way, I don't want to get paid for helping your friends. I want you to get paid up to 250 quid. So I'm going to get you registered now. I don't ask, I assume, right? I just say, let's get you registered, get them done. And then I say, oh, by the way, before you go to bed tonight or first thing in the morning, drop me over a photo of your 2 meters, would you? I want to make sure we get the right one registered. Little things like that will make a big difference. Monitoring little things make a big difference. So always be attentive. These customers are helping you build your business. So a couple of things before we go. In fact, let's make this the last thing before we go. And we can't do this without showing it. You think you've got to find 1,000 people yourself? Actually, no, you haven't. This is what excites me. I nearly said as much as sex, but I'm not allowed to say that, so I won't. All right. But this is the one that gets me every time. It's the power of people. You find 5 people who want to earn some more money. All right. Listen, you can go and find 10, 20, 50, 100 if you like, but I'm going to do it with 5 to show you how simple it can be. And then you show them 5 how to find 5 people each. So 5 people finding 5, that's another 25 keeps wanting to change. It's another 25. And if those 25 people find 5 each, that's another 125. And if those 125 find 5, that's 625. Now, if you go to the next level, it's 3,125. But stopping at that, just you. So all you've done is find 5 people. You've now got 780 partners in your team. How many did you find, though? The answer? 5, right? 780 partners. Now, if everyone only got 10 customers, you'd have a group of 7,800 partners. Sorry, customers. So 780 partners, all with 10 customers. You've got 7,800 group customers. And that means you would earn every month in residual income while you're sleeping, while the missus is complaining about you snoring, all right? While you're trying to get those kids to sleep and you can't, and then you fall asleep and they get up, right? You'd have £2,340 a month coming in to your household. So 5 people, 5 key people, and help them build 5 and help them build 5. And that can pay you over 2 grand. Let me ask you this question as we go. Is there anyone on this call that wouldn't benefit from an extra 2 grand coming into their household? I don't think so, right? I don't think so. So we're going to wrap up tonight. We're going to say thank you to Daniel. Thank you to everyone who took the time out to come on. Thanks. I've got to say Dave, the Save, the Rave. Just got to say that name because I like it, right? I saw him in a cupboard sleeping there, you know. And before we go, we always end up by telling you the next one is next Thursday. We'll get the link out to you. It's with Stefan Longworth. Go away, encourage and celebrate each other, celebrate their success whilst you celebrate your success. Learn more, earn more. That's what we do. Get the fundamentals, the basics right. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Bring your teams next week. If everyone, listen, I'm a mathematician. How many we got on the call at the moment? 25 people, right? 25 people. If we all bring one extra person with us next week, we'll double this room. We'll double it. And imagine applying that to your business. If everyone brought one customer, if everybody bought one partner, wow. And you will never learn from the event or the book that you didn't attend or read. Good night. God bless everybody. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Over and out. Have a good one.
Guys, thanks very much. All the best, guys.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Mike. Thanks,
Thank
Dave.
you so
Thank
much,
you
Mike.
all.
Thanks, Daniel.
Thanks, mate.
No,
Yeah.
you're very
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having
Mike.
us,
Thank you,
guys.
Daniel.
Thanks very
You're
much,
welcome.
guys. All the best. Have a good one.
You
See
too.
you all at an
Bye,
Bye.
event
everybody.
soon, hopefully.
Better believe it.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Yes, bye.
Thank you. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Mike.
Night.
Good
Good
night.
night,
Thank you.
everybody.
Oh,
Good night,
Chinedu.
Mark. Bye.
Chinedu, good to see you. Shola.